Give me that camera right now, Evan, my sister hissed, her perfect bridal makeup cracking under rage. I'd never seen her look so furious. She lunged at me, manicured nails aimed straight for my face. 20 feet away, my father's smile faltered as he tracked our movement across the reception hall. I clutched my camera to my chest, backing away. Everyone needs to see these, Abby. You know they do. Her new husband approached cautiously, confusion painting his features. What's going on? My sister's eyes filled with desperate tears. Nothing, Mark. It's nothing. Evan's just being dramatic. She reached for the camera again, a pleading whisper escaping her lips. Please, don't ruin my wedding day. I looked her dead in the eyes. You've known for years, haven't you? The color drained from her face. I turned to her new husband, my voice surprisingly steady. Want to see what a perfect family you just married into? My thumb hovered over the display button. Behind me, I heard my father's quickening footsteps and my mother's strained voice calling my name in warning. The reception continued around us, 100 guests laughing and dancing, oblivious to our family imploding in slow motion. I hit display and turned the screen toward Mark. Congratulations on your wedding day. Hope you like surprises. 3 hours earlier, I've been doing what I always do at family events, hiding behind my camera. Professional photographer by trade, emotional coward by nature. The lens was my shield against small talk about my non-existent love life and disappointing career choices. Still wasting time with that camera, son? My father clapped my shoulder, his cologne overwhelming as he leaned in. Theodore Miller, successful real estate developer, community pillar, and the man who'd spent 29 years letting me know I wasn't quite good enough. Someone needs to document the day, I replied, adjusting my focus. The professional can't be everywhere. He laughed too loudly. Always hiding behind that thing. Your sister's getting married to a future state senator, and you're playing with toys. I swallowed the retort forming in my throat. Not today. Today was about Abby, the golden child, the perfect daughter, marrying into the kind of political family my parents had always dreamed of. The Millers connecting to the Hargroves, a merger as much as a marriage. I need some shots of the groomsmen, I muttered, slipping away. The country club was Portland's finest, crystal chandeliers, marble floors, floor-to-ceiling windows overlooking manicured gardens. I wandered through the venue, capturing candids of guests and details the professional photographer might miss. It was what I did best, notice the things others overlooked. When I stepped onto the terrace for some air, I spotted my father in an animated conversation with an elegantly dressed woman I didn't recognize. Something about their body language made me raise my camera instinctively. They stood close, too close, his hand touching her waist in a gesture that seemed practiced, familiar. I zoomed in, took the shot, and checked the display. My breath caught. In the image, the woman's face was turned toward my father, eyes closed as he whispered something in her ear, his lips brushing her cheek. Not just friendly, intimate. I took another shot, and another, my photographer's instinct on autopilot while my mind raced. When they parted, the woman straightened my father's tie with the casual confidence of someone who'd done it 100 times before. The third photo captured her hand lingering on his chest, wedding rings clearly visible on both their hands. My finger swiped to the next image, where my father was glancing over his shoulder, checking if anyone was watching. I ducked behind a column, my heart pounding. Evan? What are you doing out here? The ceremony starts in 15 minutes. My mother appeared in a cloud of expensive perfume and pale blue chiffon, looking every bit the perfect mother of the bride. Victoria Miller, socialite and master of appearances. Just getting some atmosphere shots, I lied, lowering the camera. The light's great out here. Her eyes narrowed slightly. Don't disappear during the ceremony. And please, when we do family photos, try to smile naturally for once. As she walked away, I noticed her gaze drift to where my father had been standing moments before. The subtle tightening of her jaw told me everything I needed to know. She knew. The ceremony was perfect, of course. Abby floated down the aisle on our father's arm, the picture of bridal bliss. I photographed it all from the sidelines, capturing the proud parents, the beaming groom, the tearful vows. During the reception, I kept shooting, the speeches, the first dance, the cake cutting. All the while, I watched my father. He circulated among the guests with practiced charm, but his eyes repeatedly found the mystery woman, seated at a table near the back with people I didn't recognize. When the formal events were over and the dance floor filled, I approached my sister. Who's the woman in the burgundy dress? Table 14. Abby followed my gaze, then looked away too quickly. Dad's client. Sharon something. Real estate investor. Client. I repeated flatly. My sister's smile tightened. Don't start, Evan. Not today. Start what? Creating drama where there isn't any. Today is perfect, and I won't let you ruin it with your issues. I raised an eyebrow. My issues? Your constant need to find problems with Dad. With all of us. She checked her reflection in a nearby mirror, adjusting her veil. Not everything is some dark conspiracy. I fingered the camera strap around my neck. Does Mark know about Dad's clients? Her eyes flashed. There's nothing to know. And if there was, it wouldn't be your business to tell. Before I could respond, she was whisked away by bridesmaids for more photos. I retreated to the open bar, ordered a double whiskey, and scrolled through the images on my camera. The photos of my father and the woman were unmistakable. No innocent explanation existed for the way they touched, the secretive glances. Getting some good shots? I looked up to find my mother beside me, champagne flute in hand, smile fixed in place. Always. I turned the camera off. She sipped her champagne, watching the dance floor where Abby twirled in her new husband's arms. Your sister seems happy. Does she? My mother's eyes remained on the dancers. Sometimes happiness requires selective focus, Evan. Something you've never been good at. You mean ignoring what's right in front of me? I mean understanding that life is complicated and family more so. She set down her empty glass. Not everything needs to be exposed and dissected. I studied her perfect makeup, her carefully arranged hair, the tension around her eyes despite her smile. How long have you known, Mom? She didn't pretend to misunderstand. Longer than you've been taking pictures. The simple admission stunned me into silence. She touched my arm. Your father has provided a beautiful life for all of us. Your sister is marrying into a wonderful family. We all have our roles to play. Roles, I echoed. She squeezed my wrist, her grip surprisingly strong. Don't make a scene, Evan. Not today. Some things are better left unframed. As she walked away, I felt sick. Not just my father's betrayal, but this, the conspiracy of silence, the collective pretending. My mother's complicity. My sister's protection of the lie. I downed my whiskey and picked up my camera again, this time with purpose. I found Sharon the client in the hallway outside the restrooms, checking her phone. Up close, she was around my father's age, expensively maintained, with a practiced smile that didn't reach her eyes. Enjoying the wedding? I asked, camera hanging casually from my neck. She looked up, assessing me. Beautiful ceremony. You're Theodore's son, right? The photographer, among other things. I extended my hand. Evan Miller. Sharon Westfield. Her handshake was firm, confident. Your sister looks stunning. She does. I nodded toward her phone. Would you like me to take a photo of you? For the occasion? Oh, that's not necessary. The professional, I insist. I raised my camera. I'm getting candids of all Dad's special friends. Her smile faltered momentarily, then recovered. How thoughtful. I took several shots, then lowered the camera. How long have you and my father been working together, Ms. Westfield? Oh, several years now. Ted has been instrumental in some of my investment properties. Her tone was casual, but her eyes were wary. Interesting. And do you work closely with all your real estate agents? Or is my father special? Her expression hardened. I'm not sure what you're implying, but I'm not implying anything. I turned the camera display toward her, showing the intimate moment I'd captured earlier. I'm stating facts. The color drained from her face. 15 years, she said quietly, after a long moment. We've been together 15 years. I felt like I'd been punched. 15 years. Half my life. Does your husband know? I nodded toward her wedding ring. Ex-husband. We divorced 12 years ago. She studied me. I always told Ted he should be honest with you kids. Apparently honesty isn't our family's strong suit. I scrolled through more photos, stopping on one of my mother watching my father from across the room, her expression a mask of practiced indifference. My mother knows. Sharon nodded slowly. Yes, she's always known. They have an arrangement. An arrangement. I repeated, the word bitter in my mouth. And my sister? Abby knows too. Sharon hesitated, then nodded. Since college, I believe. Ted was concerned about her finding out from someone else. Everyone knew. Everyone but me. The family joke, kept in the dark. I looked back at the reception through the doorway, seeing it all differently now. The perfect family image we projected, a complete fabrication. A performance for the Hargroves, for Portland society, for my sister's political future. Evan. Sharon's voice softened. Your father loves your mother, in his way. And he's proud of you. though he doesn't know how to show it. This isn't as black and white as it seems. I met her gaze. Does Dad know you're telling me all this? No. And he'll be furious. She shrugged elegantly. But I've watched you grow up in photos on his desk and stories he tells. You deserve better than being the only one left in the dark. As if summoned by our conversation, my father appeared at the end of the hallway. He froze when he saw us together, then approached with controlled panic in his stride. There you are, Evan. Your sister's looking for you. His eyes darted between us. Sharon, I see you've met my son. We were just getting acquainted, she replied smoothly. I was complimenting him on his photography skills. My father's laugh was too loud, too forced. Always hiding behind that camera. Come on, son. Family photos on the terrace. I stayed rooted to the spot. 15 years, Dad? Half my life. The color drained from his face. Sharon began. No. I cut her off. I want to hear him say it. My father glanced around, checking for witnesses. This isn't the time or place, son. It never is, with you. I raised my camera. But I've got the evidence right here. Want to see the timeline of your deception? I've been documenting our family for years. He reached for my arm. You're making a scene. Think of your sister. My sister knows. I pulled away. Mom knows. Everyone knows except me. The family idiot, kept in the dark while you all play happy families. His expression hardened. Lower your voice. Or what? You'll cut me off? Too late, Dad. I've been supporting myself for years because you never thought my work was worth investing in. People were starting to notice our confrontation. A few guests paused near the hallway entrance, curious. My father forced a smile. Let's discuss this privately. After the wedding. No more secrets, I said, loud enough for others to hear. No more lies. I pushed past him, back into the reception, camera in hand and a new purpose in mind. I moved through the reception methodically, gathering evidence. I photographed my mother's strained smile as she chatted with Mark's parents. I captured my father's nervous glances toward Sharon. I documented Abby's perfect facade as she accepted congratulations, all while watching our family drama unfold from the corner of her eye. Then I did something I'd never done before. I connected my camera to the venue's Wi-Fi and accessed the digital photo frame system being used to display professional photos from earlier in the day. It took 3 minutes to add my own collection to the rotation. The first indication that something was wrong came when a groomsman stopped mid-conversation, staring at the large digital display by the gift table. Then a bridesmaid gasped. Within moments, whispers spread across the reception. On the screens throughout the venue, interspersed with professional wedding shots, were my photos, my father and Sharon in their intimate moment, my mother's knowing glance, Sharon's confession in the hallway. I'd switched to video mode for that one. And years of similar moments I'd inadvertently captured at family events, now contextualized by what I knew. The evidence of our family's elaborate lie, broadcast for all to see. Abby saw the screens before our parents did. She abandoned her conversation with Mark's grandmother and charged toward me, rage contorting her perfect bridal features. And that's when she lunged for my camera, bringing us to this moment. Mark stared at my camera display, confusion giving way to understanding. Behind him, the digital frames throughout the venue continued cycling through damning images. Guests were pointing, whispering. How could you? Abby's voice cracked. Today of all days? My father reached us, his face ashen. Evan, stop this immediately. I met his gaze. No more lies, Dad. No more perfect family fiction. Mark looked between my sister and my father. What exactly is going on? Nothing that concerns you, my father said quickly. A family misunderstanding. They've been lying to you, I told Mark directly. This perfect family you thought you were marrying into? It's built on a foundation of lies. Dad's had a mistress for 15 years. Mom knows. Abby knows. Everyone's just playing their part in the Miller family performance. Mark's expression darkened as he turned to Abby. You knew about this? Tears streaked her makeup. It's complicated, Mark. My parents have an arrangement. An arrangement? Mark repeated, incredulous. And you didn't think to mention this before I married you? My mother appeared beside my father, her social mask slipping to reveal fury. Evan, you've gone too far. Shut this down now. No, I said simply. I'm done keeping your secrets. Done being the only one not in on the joke. By now, Mark's parents had approached our group, concern evident on their faces. Behind them, Sharon was making a discreet exit from the reception. What's happening? Mrs. Hargrove asked, looking at the digital displays with confusion. Nothing, my mother said smoothly. A technical issue with the photos. Technical issue? I laughed. That's one way to describe 15 years of infidelity and family lies. My father grabbed my arm, his fingers digging in painfully. That's enough. You're making a fool of yourself. I jerked away from him. I'm the fool. I've spent my entire life thinking we were one thing when we were something else entirely. You've all been laughing at me behind my back. No one was laughing at you, Abby insisted, tears streaming now. We were protecting you. Protecting me from what? The truth? Or protecting yourselves from having to be honest for once? Mark's father was looking at the photo displays with dawning comprehension. The whispers among the guests had grown louder. The wedding photographer was discreetly capturing it all. Mark, honey, what's going on? Mrs. Hargrove pressed. Mark's jaw was tight as he looked at my sister. Apparently, I've married into a family with secrets they didn't think I needed to know about. They didn't think I needed to know either, I added. Funny how that works. My mother stepped forward, desperation replacing anger. Evan, please. You're destroying your sister's marriage before it's even begun. I'm not destroying anything, I replied coldly. I'm just exposing the truth. If her marriage can't survive honesty, that's not my problem. Abby grabbed my arm. How can you do this to me? After everything? After what? Abby? After you joined their conspiracy of silence? After you decided I was too fragile to handle the truth about our family? You've always been sensitive, my father interjected. Always taking everything so personally. I turned to him, incredulous. It is personal. You've been living a double life since I was 14 years old. You've been lying to my face every day for 15 years. The Hargroves were exchanging concerned glances. Guests were openly staring now. The perfect wedding was unraveling, and with it, the political alliance both families had cultivated. My sister looked at Mark pleadingly. It's not how it sounds. My parents have their own arrangement, but our relationship is completely honest. You have to believe me. Mark's expression was cold. You knew about this and didn't tell me. What else haven't you told me, Abby? Nothing. I swear. My father stepped between them. Mark, son, this is a family matter that's been blown out of proportion. Let's take this somewhere private and don't call me son. Mark cut him off. And I think I've seen enough of how your family handles private matters. My mother turned on me, her composure finally shattering. Are you satisfied? You've ruined everything your sister has worked for. Everything we've built. You build it on lies, I said quietly. That's not my fault. It's always been about you, hasn't it? My father demanded. Always needing to be the center of attention, never thinking about anyone but yourself. I laughed bitterly. That's rich coming from you, Dad. The master of self-interest. Abby was openly sobbing now, her perfect makeup streaked down her face. Fix this, Evan. Please. Make it stop. I looked at the digital displays still cycling through the evidence, at the shocked faces of the guests, at Mark's parents' disapproval, at my sister's ruined wedding day. For a moment, I felt a twinge of regret. Then I remembered 15 years of lies. Everyone in on the secret but me. I can't fix what was already broken, I said finally. I'm just the messenger. My father's face contorted with rage. You're no son of mine. The words hung in the air between us, the final truth exposed. I nodded slowly. I guess I never really was. I disconnected my camera from the venue system, slung it over my shoulder, and walked toward the exit. Behind me, I could hear my mother trying to calm the Hargroves, my father attempting damage control with nearby guests, my sister's sobs. The weight I'd carried for years, the feeling that I didn't belong, that I was missing something fundamental about my own family, lifted with each step. Outside, the evening air was cool against my face. I took a deep breath, feeling something like peace for the first time in memory. My phone buzzed in my pocket, texts pouring in from extended family and friends still inside, asking what was happening. I silenced it without looking. Some might say I destroyed my family today. But the truth was, it had never really existed, just a carefully constructed image, a performance for the world. And I was done playing my part. I raised my camera one last time and took a final shot of the venue from outside, the glittering lights, the elegant facade, the perfect setting for the perfect lie. Then I walked away, leaving them all to face the truth I'd exposed. Sometimes, the most powerful thing a photographer can do is not just capture reality, but reveal it. Was I wrong to expose their lies on my sister's wedding day? Would you have kept the family secret to preserve her happiness, or was the truth worth the destruction it cost?